Hello, welcome to Krafting Kitty. My name is Erin and this is
El Toro.
My husband Brian. Friday night, so we're here for another poor decision.
And tonight is I don't know what is tonight.
Tonight is brought to you by Mel from Lithalia's Little Hook. She sent us a tasting, I'm gonna call it, of some things she's made, and then she's made a little challenge for us as well. So there is a green envelope here that is labeled open before taste test, and then there is a black one with a wax seal that is awesome, but it has the answers, the results.
Dude, let me see the wax seal.
This is for me.
Oh.
Mel is on to you. So, open before taste test.
So I should say we've seen the contents of the tasting.
So we got the box. I put it in the fridge, so it was all safe until we were able to do the testing. So, and she had also told me what she was thinking of sending when she said, "Hey, would you be willing to do this?" Oh, that's a great quote.
What's it say?
In every walk with nature, one receives far more than he seeks, and that's a John Muir quote.
Mears Woods, greatest place in the United States, just north of San Francisco.
I've never been there.
Giant redwood trees. Actually, they might be sequoias. Are they different trees? I don't know.
I have absolutely no idea, but I'd like to see them.
I'm not smart enough.
She says, "Hiya, Erin. Here are the fun yummies for your poor decisions taste test. I hope you have fun and don't get belly aches. I went the extra mile and re-jarred everything so there's no way to really tell what brand they are. Laugh out loud." Okay, so the idea here is she has sent us an excess amount of things. Some are things she has made herself, and some are things that are bought, are pre-made.
But these are all like ice cream toppings.
Yeah, it's like chocolate sauce, caramel sauce, I think there's like strawberry preserve, something. It's all things, and we were talking and she thought using them on top of ice cream to taste test them would be perfect. So that is what we're going to be doing, and we have them gently warming on the stove right now, and we'll play the game and we'll see if we can figure out which one are Mel's creations and which one come from us, from like Nestle or whatever.
So the goal is to figure out what it is we're eating.
Exactly.
Came to the right guy.
This is going to be fun. I'm excited.
Okay, we're going to get paper and pencil so we can write down our guesses.
Oh,
we're going to
good
get
idea.
ice cream so that we can eat these, and we're going to let them gently warm in a water bath on the stove.
Absolutely.
So that we bring everything up to temperature appropriately.
I will prepare viewers. There will be lots of cuts in this video because we're going to have to be getting up and, you know, getting the sauces and then coming back down to taste them or whatnot. So jump, jump, jump is the best we could figure. But we do have things warming on this because we didn't want all the ice cream to be melty by the time we got to it. But our understanding was that they should be eaten warmed.
Wow. I can think of something else hot to do with some chocolate sauce. That's getting cut.
We'll see you later.
Sorry, children.
We are back. We have jar letter A. It's quite warm from being in the water bath. I'm not sure you can see it. And we have a sample.
And Erin has a nice adult bowl, and I've been given a children's bowl.
Octonauts. Okay, let's dig in. Let's see. Oh, this is exciting. So this is off the bat, I believe to be a chocolate sauce of some sort.
I'm going to be honest. From the color, I thought it was Hershey's.
Oh, this is hard.
It's not Hershey's.
I don't think it's Hershey's either.
I'm just eating the sauce straight. Oh gosh, that's good. It's
Go ahead.
really good. It's not Hershey's. It can only. Can you make homemade chocolate sauce? That's my question.
Yes, you can.
Would it be this color?
That's what I'm wondering.
The color-
I'm trying to take a
those are one of the colors, very black.
It is.
Very Hershey syrup in color. Mm-hmm. Where I would have expected homemade chocolate sauce to be more milk chocolate in color. This is really hard. If I have a specific brand name in mind, if it is a brand, they could well have used the same brand of chocolate to make a homemade sauce. That's...
That is true. I didn't think I'd be eating the entire sample, but here I am, just mowing down. That's really good.
And this is messing with my head, man.
I know.
Did she give us A as like an easy one, and so it's obviously like homemade, or is it easy because it's obviously canned?
Oh, maybe. I have cast my guess.
I am so sorry if I'm wrong. I'm casting my guess as well.
I have water to cleanse my palate. That's the brand I would have guessed if I was guessing a brand.
So you must have gone homemade?
Do we want to reveal it at this point?
Sure, let's reveal.
Till the end. Okay, I think that's homemade.
I think it's Ghirardelli. I think
if I was gonna guess a brand, I thought it was Ghirardelli, but it's delicious.
Whatever it is, it's really hard not to drink the entire thing.
Okay, so there's A. Should we go do B?
Let's do B.
Okay.
Cut.
We're back, hey Ollie, with jar B. When I pulled it out of the water bath, I thought, this is caramel. I think from the smell, this might be a butterscotch or something.
Ooh, I love butterscotch.
So let's see what this is. No, I think it's caramel.
I think it is as well. It doesn't have that kind of... Oh man, it's so...
It's really good.
Mm-hmm. Canners are gonna hate me for this, but I'm taking more just right out of the jar. Woo! It was so hot.
If you're curious, we have French vanilla ice cream as a base for all of them. Well, this is good.
This is really good. The question is it homemade?
I'm going to be awful at this. I'm realizing.
I think I'm going to be awful too.
I'm going with knee-jerk gut reactions.
Yeah, I have a very solid knee-jerk on this as well. I'm curious.
That is so good.
I'm going to say, I'm going to tell you, I think this is homemade. And I'll tell you why I think it's homemade. It's not too sweet.
I agree.
I find a lot of like caramels to like sauce to be too sweet. Like they went for the sugar overload.
Yep. Yeah, I often avoid a caramel topping on my ice creams because I find it too sweet.
And the other thing is, it's very, and it might be from the heat, but it was very it was very liquid. It was more soup broth consistency than like motor oil consistency.
Sure.
And I think a lot of like store bought caramels are going to put a lot of stabilizers and stuff in to try to give you that sort of drippy consistency that a home cook just would not use, because a home cook cares more about the taste, the flavor, and things like that than the consistency of it.
And that was delicious.
It was amazing. Now watch, we just talked up schmucks.
Schmuckers,
that's it.
Schmuckers.
Okay, let's try C.
I'm hiding my thing like it's some sort of state secret. But we are on to C. We have C. Oop. Did I drip a little out? I don't know.
That's okay. If you did, I'll look it up. Don't worry.
Hey, here we go. This has another kind of golden color. As I spooned it up, I was like, well, maybe this one's butterscotch. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah, this is butterscotch.
Yep, that's butterscotch.
Oh man. So the question is homemade or store-bought?
I'll be honest, that's not a topping I often get.
I know. Here's a tough thing. It's sweeter than the last one.
Yeah.
We complain about store-bought being too sweet.
I was thinking the same thing.
But they're so good still. See, I think on the one hand you would think that you think something homemade is going to be better. Mm-hmm. But like this, I mean, like store-bought, they've put thousands and millions of dollars into creating the perfect recipe, right?
Right.
So like, just which one I like better isn't a clue.
Right.
Yeah, I know how I'm going on this one. I've got my decision.
Me too. It's delicious. It's going to all be delicious.
Okay. Do you want to reveal your answer? Let me reveal first.
I think it's homemade, and I think she somehow used Werther's original in it.
That's really clever. Just melted down Werther's originals. I didn't think of that. I went store bought.
Oh, sure.
And I'll tell you why. I think if somebody made butterscotch, I would taste more of the scotch.
Oh, sure.
You know what I'm saying? It would have like that shot of liquor feel in it.
Oh, sure. I'm going to put in parentheses Werther's.
Now I think you may have hit on something though. I think there's a chance she tricked us.
I think Belle is very tricksy, and I would not put it past her.
To have everything be store-bought or everything be homemade.
Well, I know not everything is store-bought because she has sent her homemade samples to others, and I have tried them. So I know she has made some, and she has a video on her channel of her making. I know the chocolate sauce.
Wait, so hang on. Now wait a second.
What?
You
Making a chocolate sauce. I don't know if it's the chocolate sauce in jar A.
You realize I'm 2 out of 3 saying it was store-bought at this point.
Yeah.
So you're just letting me crash and burn here?
No. You have the same ability to peruse her channel.
Just like everyone else watching does.
I have, in fact, subscribed you to most of our Yarny friends to give them extra subs.
I won't lie, I was wondering why my suggested views on YouTube were looking a little different these days. I'm glad I can support everyone.
That's right.
Okay, on to D.
It's a wifely duty. And we're back with jar D. Jar D. This one seems to be fruit-based. It looks delicious.
It is.
Like everything coming out looks delicious.
They're like, oh, let's watch Brian eat and say funny things. And I'm just like, more food.
Give me ice cream with toppings.
Well, hang on.
This is delicious. Is this strawberry? I can't tell.
My only question is if it's a strawberry blank, like a strawberry rhubarb or a strawberry raspberry or something.
Because it's not straight. There's a seed of some sort that looks like a strawberry seed to me.
But it's not super boom strawberry flavor.
I've
Which is
jarred
actually
strawberry
tough.
jam before.
You have, and I've eaten it. It's been very, very good.
Yeah.
Are you actually like examining the...
I am. It looks very homemade, but I think you're right. I think it's a mix.
Woo! Hot, ow, hot.
Because the clumps don't... You know, like in a jam, there's a clump of something. It's... Oh, man. But there aren't tons of seeds. Did she strain it? Is this homemade? Did she strain it?
Or is it just like, it's like a joke, it's just like strawberry jelly?
Right, or did she take a strawberry jam, mix it with a mixed berry jelly to...
I got a piece of fruit. I'm not going to tell you what it was.
I have a piece of fruit right here, and I can tell it's a strawberry.
Yeah, mine was too.
Okay.
Yep.
So I was joking to Brian that maybe it would be a brilliant plan to just guess all one way, because you know you're going to be right half the time. But I truly think this is homemade again. And I've guessed homemade every time. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's 100% homemade. I'm going to say it's strawberry. I'm going to go one step further and say it's slightly out of seasoned strawberries and they added extra lemon to it to punch up the acidity, but there's no rhubarb in there, there's no raspberry in there. I think it's...
I don't taste the tang of a raspberry. If anything, I think it might be apple juice.
Yeah.
Or apple something.
But there's not, it's not overly sugared.
But apple is common to add because apple has natural pectin.
True.
So using an apple base in a jam is...
I don't know if it's the heat, but it is, it's very runny.
And it could be the heat, the way we've heated it up. That was good.
But homemade, right? We all
I
agree?
believe it's homemade, yes.
Homemade. Yep.
Okay. Back to the bowls.
Letter E.
Back to the cauldron on the stove.
I don't know how much ice cream I can eat.
With jar E. Oh, this one's hot. E.
What's E for, honey? Elmo?
Aaron. Okay.
Okay, I
This
can't
one
wait to
looks
try
like
it.
it's another caramel.
Caramel base,
or
yeah.
It's the more golden colors. This is good. This is more a caramel I would expect to have. Like, this flavor is familiar to me.
Yeah, I think it's store-bought.
I agree. I believe this store-bought. I'm going to say it's like the Hershey's variety. Or
Yeah,
I don't know if we have to guess variety or not, but yeah, I think this one is store-bought. It's still delicious.
It's delicious, but it was overly sweet to me, to where, like, that's the only experience you have is, like, sweet. And it had a real smooth mouthfeel that, you know, to me is either someone has sieved this thing 10 million times or used 20,000 pounds of industrial force to push it through a strainer.
Sure.
One of those is available at Hershey's.
Indeed.
Okay, I think that was a quick one. Let's move on to F.
Okay, let's go.
My favorite.
And we are back with F. And this, as we were pouring it out, is a glorious fudge type topping.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't even think I need to take my guess.
I will say it looks suspiciously like the Hershey's fudge topping.
But here's what I'm going to say. If you look at this, I have brutalized this in a water bath, and then we've thrown it straight on top of freezing cold ice cream, and it did not lose its temper.
No.
And you're either a Michelin star level chef home cook.
I have not told you that Mel is a trained pastry chef.
Are you kidding me? Oh, I watch your videos of her making this stuff all the time. Oh, she's a trained pastry chef. Oh.
But this is Hershey's. This is classic. This is like what I grew up on eating, I believe.
I think you might be too quick.
You think?
Are you serious as a trained pastry chef?
Yes.
That That would have been really useful information to know, 12 minutes ago. I think you're right. The only thing that makes me say it's not Hershey's is at the very back end, there's a little uplift in taste that I don't associate with Hershey's.
Let me run it over my palate.
But I think this is store-bought.
I've already written it down. I'm so sure.
She was really a pastry chef. I can't get over this
Indeed,
revelation.
yes.
My friend's parents had a restaurant in Kansas City when I grew up, so I spent plenty of time. And I can bust out mise en place like anybody else. Yay!
We got 3 more.
Okay.
We can do this, and we can see what is homemade.
So I want to go back and change my answers because now, like, having had more, like, I think my number one I said I thought was Ghirardelli. I still think it's Ghirardelli, but I agree with you that it's homemade using Ghirardelli chocolate. But I'm gonna stick by it.
I think you can change your answers. I think based on pastry taste. I plan on changing my answers maybe if I feel the need.
Do you? I mean, I was more going for, learned information, like YouTube videos showing her making the chocolate sauce of a trained pastry chef. But, is there any other facts you've withheld from me that you'd like to share at this point?
No.
Does that mean there's more facts you would like to share?
I guess you'll find out.
Okay, bring it on. Letter G.
We have jar G.
For great.
Great. This one, again, is a thicker, more of a fudge sauce, I think, upon pouring it out.
Yeah, it's definitely a chocolate sauce of some sort.
This is good.
It's really good. I'm going to be honest with you. Jar A was by far my favorite so far. And this rivals Jar A.
It's hard to have a favorite.
Well, yeah, I mean, like...
I really like this one.
What's your favorite pizza? Pepperoni pizza or sausage pizza? Like, it's all good. Well, it is too. The problem is it's so professional. Right? Like, it's not grainy in any way. It's not.
No, it's not grainy.
There's no, like, small technical mistake that gives away that someone made it at home.
Now, I'm of 2 minds of this.
Okay, let me hear
I've
your
just
minds.
gone with my gut instinct and written it down.
I have a strong gut instinct as well.
Okay, what's your strong gut instinct?
My gut instinct is this was made at home.
I said homemade as well.
Yeah.
My other thought is it could be store-bought. It was not as good as the F, which we think was Hershey's fudge sauce. But this could be like the Great Value brand fudge sauce.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I didn't think of that as a possibility.
But, I mean, Great Value. I've been watching more Good Mythical Morning, and they've been taste testing the Great Value, and that's been, apparently, old Walmart's been up in their game on their house brands. But I believe this to be homemade.
I absolutely think it's homemade.
No.
Yeah, I can't tell you what makes me say that.
It has a taste to it that I associate with pudding. And for some reason that's making me think it's homemade.
For me, it was runnier.
It was thinner.
It was thinner. It was looser. It was not as sweet. And it was not as cloying in the mouth. Which are all things I sort of negatively associate with, like, store-bought things. Yeah, your YouTube content creating guide to sauce making Michelin star pastry chef friend is doing a nice job here. I don't know what else to say.
Well, let's
Thank
go
you.
on to H and see what that holds.
Ooh, H for holds.
We're back with H.
Homemade. Guarantee it.
So this one, I believe it's homemade too without tasting it. It split as it was warming. So I was able to stir it back together. But
Nope,
and I
has
did
nothing to do
tell
with it.
Brian that it split.
Has nothing to do with it. I'll tell you exactly why I know that's homemade.
Well, you can tell me exactly why you think it's homemade, but I can.
It is a very dark cocoa was used in creating this. And outside of like a high-end chocolate shop, you're not going to get that level of dark cocoa in a grocery store. 0% chance. So it has to be homemade.
I believe it is homemade as well.
It is delicious.
It is a very deep dark chocolate. I'm going back and changing my A though. I do now.
You think A...
I think A was store-bought.
Oh, wow. God, this is good.
Yeah, it is good.
I mean,
it is.
I can't eat but like a little... I've eaten so much ice cream, I can only eat like a little tiny bite at this point. I'm going to explode.
I'll say the other thing that tells me it's homemade is there's a sheen to the top that looks a bit like the butter or the oil. There's a little bit of oil or butter or something added, which I often use in working up chocolates, and so that is a sheen I have seen many a times in the kitchen.
Me too.
That is really good.
That's delicious.
Is delicious. I have to cleanse my palate.
I don't want to cleanse my palate. I want that taste to linger. Okay, we're ready for the final one?
There's one more.
I'm sad. It's the
And
last
I'm-
one.
I know it's like bittersweet, but I'm also very full of ice cream, and right now realizing I didn't take my dairy pill before we started.
It's going to be a fun night for someone. Okay.
Our final jar, I.
My favorite letter in the alphabet.
This looks like another fruit topping, and from the smell, I believe it to be strawberry.
I think it's strawberry as well.
That's so good.
It's very good. The only question is it homemade
It's
or
so
store-bought?
thick. It's got a tartness to it. What was the other? The C.
C.
No, C was
No,
normal.
D.
Yes, D.
Now, did she say there's one that's one way, one that's the other?
No.
I'm going to say, I think I is a bit of a trick.
You think I is a trick?
I think I is a trick. I think I is frozen strawberries that have been blended in a blender
Should make it homemade.
with almost nothing else done to treat it. So I will say it's homemade, but I don't think it's homemade in the way that like a jam is homemade.
Sure.
Man, that was all really, really good.
That was really good. I agree. I believe I is homemade, and then I've gone up and I have changed D, which I initially thought was homemade. I think that's store bought.
Oh, really? I'm very convinced he is homemade.
I'm on the fence. It's how well strained it was. How little seed it was. And seeing this one and seeing the amount of seed in it.
And the chunkiness to it.
The chunkiness, yeah. But it could be, I don't know. I should stick with my gut.
And your gut said it's store-bought.
My gut says
Homemade.
homemade.
Okay.
Was my initial gut reaction was that it was homemade.
Okay,
So
well.
I am only changing A.
You're only changing A.
So A, I initially said was homemade. I am changing to store-bought.
I don't change. I'm sticking with my initial answer on everything, which is what's written down in that black envelope is correct.
Sounds good. The envelope of secrets holds all of the answers.
Dude, can I see the wax seal? That is so cool. That is
You
awesome.
sent me a card with the wax seal before. I love it. I so want a wax seal. You can get them, and they even sell like wax kits for you to make your wax.
Ooh.
Let's see what it is. Ooh, the card is even embossed.
Wow.
With the same symbol as the seal. Oh, there's another paper within.
I'm like, what's that?
A is the Pioneer Woman's homemade hot fudge.
Okay. I can accept that I was not right on that one. That was delicious.
No. That was delicious.
The Pioneer Woman's homemade hot fudge. Okay.
B was Hershey's caramel topping.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so we both got... So I've gotten A wrong. We both got B wrong.
Okay, C is homemade salted caramel sauce.
I got that one wrong.
So that's where I think I was getting.
See, I was so focused
idea.
on butterscotch. D.
Great value strawberry preserves.
Oh.
My gut was right that I should have changed it.
Hang on. I want to be very clear. Through the first 4, I'm wrong on every single one.
I'm 2 for 2. 2 and 2.
Okay, E.
Smucker's caramel flavored topping.
Finally, I got one right.
We said that was Hershey. I said it was Hershey's, but store bought. F. It's not Hershey's. It's Smucker's hot fudge topping.
But we were both right about that.
G is a Hershey's hot fudge. We were wrong. G was not homemade. Oh, H was bougie, bittersweet, homemade hot fudge.
Yes.
Yep, so we got that one right. I, homemade strawberry preserves.
There you go.
Cha-ching! I hope you enjoyed this poor decisions and it wasn't too poor.
Well,
this was fantastic and so fun.
This was amazing. I got 4 out of 9 correct.
I got 3 wrong, so I got 6 out of 9 correct.
So what's this go to show you?
I should have trusted my gut and changed my answer and been one more. That's okay.
That is okay. So, did you have a favorite out of the group that you liked the most?
I thought the strawberry preserves at the end were so intensely strawberry.
Yes.
That it was delicious. I'm sad I can't eat more because I am full to the brim, but thank goodness we have a whole jar and we can shove that in the fridge and have more later.
My favorites by far were A, H, and I.
Oh, sure.
Hi.
Hi. That was fun. Thank you, Mel. Thank you so much for taking the time to pull this together and sending it to us, planning it. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. It was really fun.
It was amazing. Thank you very much. Okay. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us for Poor Decisions.